In this video, I'll show you how to use a brand research agent. I use the research that these agents provide in my content workflows as a get client info document. This ensures that all the content it generates is accurate and on brand with the company that I'm generating content for. I use a regular Google Doc to store the information. This is one that I made earlier, and I used an outdated version of the agent. The output wasn't that great, so now I've improved it significantly. The outputs from this agent are really useful, and I'll probably be using it for all kinds of use cases down the road. First, I'll try this on an established company to see what kind of research it can do, and then I'll try it for a new brand. It's got instructions on how to handle both cases. So let's start with the established brand. I'm going to go with Streamlit as the brand that I'm going to start with. While it's thinking, if you want to try this out, it's a free GPT and I'll provide the link for it. I recommend using the O3 or whatever the latest research model is. That will get you the best results. And here's the output that it's generated for Streamlit. It's actually still writing it. If it's a less known company, it'll probably ask you questions about it. Let's take a quick look at what it outputs. We've got an executive summary, who they are, what they do. You'll notice that it also provides details on the source context, the central entity, and the central search intent, which is for semantic SEO. Then we've got who they are, what they do, traction and economics, brand voice, audience and problem, their category and competitors, top traffic and keywords from similar web, even details on the tech stack they're using, social media details, pricing and packaging, distribution and partnerships, content strategy, their customer journey, their support model, and more. It just keeps going. We've got a quick SWOT analysis, and it even provides detailed sources for where it got all the information. Then all I need to do is copy the output and slap it into a Google Doc. Now I've got an in-depth document about Streamlit that I can use for generating content. It's got all the information that an AI would need to know in order to create factual and accurate content about this client. I can then plug that document into my content workflow, which provides useful information for my content generating models. Now I'm going to try updating this existing document, and this is basically a fictional business. It is technically a real website, but it's not actually a real business at this point. This agent is designed to create a similar output for new companies so that if you're working on a new project or a startup, you'll still get a useful document. For a new brand, all that I need to do is specify that this is a new website or a new brand and doesn't have a web presence. That instructs it to change gears. And then I'm also going to provide a brain dump of the existing info that I have. So I'm just going to copy this old Google Doc and paste it into my GPT as a brain dump. Then I'll run that and it'll go to work. It'll read the documents and it's most likely going to ask me some questions about the brand. So now it's asked me a bunch of questions. I don't actually have to answer all of them, but I'll take a minute to provide some answers for the questions that I actually have some info for. So here's some quick answers to the questions and I'll provide those. I just put NA for the ones that I don't actually have a good answer for. And I'm not really providing very detailed answers. I don't need to. The AI will do most of the work for me. It took about a minute to put the information together and read the documents, and now it's outputting the research. It follows the same format, and it does put disclaimers such as aspirational numbers to specify that these aren't real. For the sake of what I'm using it for, I'll probably just cut this whole section out. And here's my completed document, and it's even got sources for competitors that it researched. So I'm just going to copy that and replace my brand document with this updated info. Then I'm going to make some edits, like I'm going to take out the aspirational numbers section, and then I'll just make some minor edits to the document to get it how I like it. And after I've made a few quick edits, I've got a nice content document to work with that provides all of the context an AI will need to write better content for this brand. You can try this GPT out for yourself. It's called the Brand Research Agent, and I'll provide a link to it as well. Make sure that you plug it into your workflows correctly by putting in the document ID. In Google Docs, this string here is the document ID. Then in N8N, you just paste that in as your doc ID. You do need to have your credentials set up to access your Google Docs. I'll cover that in a separate video. So that's it for this video. AI tools make it really easy to research a brand, and they can create better documents than I can, and they'll do it much faster, which makes tools like that brand research agent super useful for providing context for generative AI. And I'll probably use this for other use cases like researching competitors or getting some quick info about a brand before a meeting. In future videos, I'll show you how to incorporate documents like that into your workflow and get the credentials set up properly within N8N so that it can access your Google Drive and pull up your client info documents really easily. These documents are also super useful if you're generating content for different brands. You can have a custom document for every brand that you're working with, which will help you get more unique content every time you're generating it, no matter the brand that you're working with. Don't forget to try the GPT out for yourself. I'll provide the link for it. See you in the next one.